Good evening, good evening. All depend where you are. It's of morning, afternoon, or whatever. Here is night. I want to follow up with the other video of my own, and this one is going to name. I'm going to name it Ethiopians and Haitians is the West most hated African men, and I will tell you why. That's the West most hated African men. And I also will ask a question. Like, who are they? Who is this race without color and is causing damage all over the world? They are causing damage all over the world. Okay. You see the story from Haiti and Ethiopia. That's two countries of two groups of black people. They couldn't dominate. They tried their best, but they could not dominate them. The Haitians fought for their freedom. They really fought for their freedom. And who are you to beat them? They will not be pleased with that. So tell up to know they have this deep hatred someplace. Ethiopia also send them packing. Who are they? These few black men. But all the power that they have, how can they send them packing? He sent Italy packing. So they have some kind of deep hatred, and they still, one way or the other way, still want to show them we could dominate you. Whatever the other colonies of colonized country did not succeed, their big brother is coming along. He want to show them, yes, we'll make sure, bring you to your knees. Let me tell you a little about Haiti. I could tell you more about Haiti. I come from the Caribbean, as I said. One thing I know, everybody hated Haitians. That I know. You see, the same way they did not teach us about Africa, they did not teach us also about the islands. The only islands they teach us about is the 6, then 7 islands that belongs to them. And then Suriname left. Then about the 6 islands that they teach us. But otherwise, which islands is around, what happened on those islands, in my days, it was never been taught. But one thing I know, when you see a Haitian, they have no good word to say for the Haitian. I know them as a child coming, selling these statues, these wood craft, they craft them with wood. And you will hear people say, no, do not buy it, because at night, when you put those things in your house, light will start coming through those eyes. So do not buy it, do not buy it. So you have those who like, I do not want those statues. But it's those things they used to come and sell. It was very humble. But there's a group also we did not like, and I did not even know why we didn't like them. Some people will buy their things, tell them come back another time for the money. When they do come for the money, they're not being paid, they are being bullied. And nobody even break their head about them, and they are Haitians now. You understand? So nobody really break their head about the Haitians. And as I said, I'm entering my African journey. So I've taken all the black race combined together. Things I did not know, things I was ignorant of. I'm trying to find out now what is going on. When you sit down, what are the Haitians themselves? I get a little wiser. I have to admit that. The reason they were so hated, I did not know their history. I did not know their history at all. I just know that a lot of people do not like them. They will mock them, call them African, you're smelling bad, stay away from me, you juju man, you like voodoo. That we know they used to mock them and say to them. And they used to treat them very bad. They used to treat them very bad. When they even get a chance to settle on the island, they will get less pay. Even the workers on the island will bully them. That I know. But one thing I did know also, they was very, very family orientated. They was very, very family orientated. Why by us? Most of them was single mom, different fathers, no father around in some cases. But the Haitians was not like that. They had their family back home. They had their wives and the kids. So when they start coming small, small, could get small, small job, they always send the money back to their family at home. And they're not really in making children here, there, everywhere, scatter, scatter. There was not into that. But that's one thing from them. And I know the reason my people hated them more. They find they looked much like an African. The hair, the quality of the hair was bad. They were even call it in America, they call it nappy hair. On the island, they call it onions. Because underneath it call. So they say, what are those onions? Negative, meant negative again. And there was most of the time very dark. After I come to understand that, most of the times it was very dark. Sometimes even the palm of the hands was black. So sometimes you want to give her, no, that blackness I do not want to rub off on me. That is the experience I know around me. Everyone have their own experience. And as I said, I'm talking about my experience. But on the other side, ignorance is pure ignorance. When I start, as I told you, starting my African journey, so I start also around in the island, I come to understand these people fought off the French. They fought off the French. They went in battle with the French. They fought them. They fought them guerrilla warfare. I hear there was not with any mercy. They say when time come, the French did not even know where they was. When they think they see a person in front of them, the person disappear. All of a sudden, they are standing up like trees because they have leaves all over their body. So they had all kind of tactics that they fought the French. You think the French like that? If you want to know more about that, go and do some research in the Haitian history, in their story with the French. Yeah. So they fought them off. Who are they to fight off France? Who are they? You understand? Is bringing their face to shame. Then I will end up coming to the Ethiopia. Even some people from the Caribbean, I think mainly Jamaica, even when they have to help to fight. I do not even know how the Jamaicans end up all in Ethiopia. I do not know what they went with, how they get there. I did not even know that either. Nobody taught us. They have us thinking like we are useless. We cannot do nothing. You understand? So when I hear how they even help them fight, you think the white man like that? You think? So you know what happened to them? They have in the mindset, they have to bow. They have to bow. So whatever Italy, France, or whoever couldn't succeed, what did they do? Big brother is coming now. Big brother is coming to show me, yes. That's not taking place with me. I will show you. You see what happened? When Haiti fought them off, 1804, they went on their own. 1825, the King of France threatened them. Or he would bomb up their place and kill them. If he do not get 150 150 million francs for them taking over the country. Yeah? So, if I'm not mistaken, for now it will fall in billions if you check it out from then to now. And that money had to be paid to those who had the farms. The seed has lost. So they wanted repatriation. That money they wanted back. Restoration money, they want it back. And what happened? America and France, the Bank of America and France, borrowed them the money to pay the slave owners. And like that, Haiti had to pay 40% of his income to the Bank of France and the Bank of America. Do not forget, it started from 1825. The finished pay, 1947. 1947. So all their income, 40% had to go to these banks. Everybody seeing their poor. Nobody's breaking their head why they are poor. The blacks in the Caribbean even do not like them. They remind them too much of Africans. I know for sure 3/4 of them do not even know their history. Who's going to teach you? If you do not go down your own African journey, will you know? Do you care? You just know they look bad. They have a lot of sweaty scent, if it's true or not. The hair is bad caliber hair. It's African now. Who want to associate with that? But you know what happened? Piece by piece, they start at least settling in the islands we come from. And then they start making their kids there. Hey, you want to see trouble? The kids then was very smart. And you know what happened? They had stability. Mother, father, and family setup. Father is the head of the household. That was not so common by us. Most of the time, it's single mothers. So these children wasn't making jokes. They are studying. When the others going to play, go party here, party there. These children them is studying. And due to the fact that they born there, they could come and make use of the study education also here in Europe. In this case, in Holland. So when they study, they finish education, they go back. And they'll be working there. Most of the time, we come here, we do not even go back. They go back. And they're having good jobs. I was hearing they had a joke. They said, they went on the island on vacation. So they have to pass through immigration. But they're from the island. So when the immigration asked the one, how long are you staying? That one flipped out. They say, I'm from the island. How dare you ask me? How long am I staying? When are you going back to Haiti? When is a child who's born, bred, and paid education abroad and come back home? So that shows you still the bitterness. Not even long ago, they come to find out a lot of Haitian kids is scoring very high level. Very high level. The locals were scoring less. Hey, the locals was angry. You understand? So that kind of bitterness is still there. Okay. So that's a little the story from the Haitians and the Ethiopians. Yeah. You know they are still wrangling in Ethiopia. So that's the reason why they so hated these African men. You see, if you look at the continent of Africa, my mother's land is useless. It's useless. I will tell you why. They like to roll over and play dead. They like to roll over and play dead. So that's the reason everybody walk over them. Yeah? What they're very good in is killing themselves. What they're very good in is ganging up with the others to kill themselves. What they're very good in is selling out their people and carry them to the slaughterhouse. They carry their own people to the slaughterhouse. When you hear they're buying all kind of weapons, all kind of planes, all kind of weapons, for who you think they're buying that for? Are they buying it to attack China? Are they buying it to attack Europe? Are they buying it to attack America? Who are they buying it for? That is the Africans on the mother's land. Very sad. Very sad. Yeah? That's why I told you. Not everybody roll over and play dead. If you yourself is not pro-African, if you yourself from the motherland do not feel yourself pro-African, who's going to defend us? Who's going to defend us? And then later, you will gang up with others. For those who's opening their mouths, you will gang up with others to go and help to destroy. And then you use all kind of fancy words why you are going to help to destroy. I ask myself, this race of people with no color, I do not know what the color is. This race of people with no color, who are they? I do not know who they are. Wherever they go, they destroy. Whatever they want, to go and take. If you like it or not, if they cannot get chance to press you down, they will come up with all kinds of stories. The English language, they turn it around all kind of how. They turn it around all kind of how. They have this thing now, humanitarian help. We have to do humanitarian. It's not that, my dear. It's regime change. They have a bunch of nice words. They will tell you, come take malaria, before you catch yourself. The girls have come to understand they were sterilized. So they always using fancy words. So I like, who are this particular group of race? Wherever they go, they leave destruction in the back. They men them from the country who is not ganging up together with them. The other one who remain become alcoholic and become drug addicts. The women them have to see how they make their money to feed their children. What do you think happened to them? You understand? They will go destroy kingdoms. They will just go and destroy kingdoms. They leave a lot of orphans in the back. They leave a lot of widows in the back. And most of the time, looking for something that is not their own. Who are they? Where did they come from? Man have to start sitting quiet, stand still, and try to figure out who is these people. This is not physical, my dear. If you think it's physical, you are deceiving yourself. This is not physical. I remember many years ago, I was sitting with a friend. And she became Rasta. So, although she became Rasta, she means she have to smoke weed. Weed, you cannot be Rasta without smoking weed. So, we are sitting down in a place, and I think she smoked too much. Because she started talking, to my knowledge, then nonsense. She said, do you know the story when God cast out Satan? I say yes, because by us, everybody go under the tree for Bible study. They used to call us, hey, come, take some lemonade. But you have to do some Bible study. So then they will give you cookies and they will give you lemonade. So every time these people them around the neighborhood, they put you under the tree and give you some Bible study. So I told her yes. I remember that story that they say God cast out Satan. But most of the time he was Catholic. We go to church when we feel like or whatever. So she told me, she said, do you know when God cast out Satan? Do you know where he felt? I said, you want me to know where he felt? Do I know? She said, he felt in Europe. I started laughing. I said, this girl. I told her, you're smoking too much. I told her, you're smoking too much. I said, you're even going into Bible now. I wasn't into Bible then. So I say, you're smoking too much, you're even talking nonsense. So I keep on laughing at her. She told me, I must think about it. Years after, she said God cast Satan out in Europe. And they went and they spread all over. They spread all over. She with her nonsense. Is it nonsense? Is it nonsense? Who are they that could come and destroy kingdoms? Leave everything destroyed. Enter with lies. Make women and children useless. Make them fatherless. Pressure them without feeding them if they do not do what they want. All of the actions is not actions of God. It is not. Go back. Track it. One by one. Every country that they enter. Every country that they enter. See what they left behind. See what they left behind. We could continue deceiving ourselves. We could continue saying democracy. Which democracy is that? You understand? But it will come a time, a lot of people will start watching at it different. A lot of people will start watching at it different. Don't you see some of them already internal, it start getting destroyed? You cannot continue destroying other people's places and think your own will stand. You cannot be spreading drugs all over the world, yeah? And think your own will remain good. Study them all well. Who are they? When I keep asking myself, who are they? Who are they? I got my answer. Because there's a master of liars. When my people will tell you, when a person tell you to walk, when a liar tell you to walk, you better run for your life. For that one is a liar. When they tell you run, you better walk. This is the master of liars. I asked an African once. All of these African flags, especially in West Africa, have white inside of it. I asked them, do you know what the meaning of white is in your flag? They say, yes, now. It means peace. I said, it means peace. It did not have an African that I asked, what is white meaning in your flag? These people deal a lot with symbols. Every African. The one with master degree, the one with PhD, all these Africans with all the fancy education. They told me, it's for peace. I said, for peace. I said, well, that is what they taught you there. They taught me here. It represents the white race in that particular country. That is what they taught me. It represents the white race in that country. Check out the flag of South Africa well. You understand? My people, ignorance. All the fancy master degree, PhD, all of these fancy. Useless. Useless. Anyway, when I wanted to find out why these people are like that, they have no color. They goes everywhere just like a tornado going over people's country if they like it or not. Who are they? They only leave destruction behind of them. They only leave destruction behind of them. Then I got my answer. Ha! John 10:10. I repeat myself. My answer I got in John, in the Bible book of John 10:10. Anyway, that is all for tonight. It take even a little longer than I planned. I hope I make myself clear, and we will talk again next week. Thank you for listening. Do not forget, please, put a thumb up or a thumb down for me to know, for me to see, okay, are you listening to it, the yes or the no? It motivates me even more. And if you have any reaction to give that also. And you could subscribe. So anytime I download something, you will get it automatic. I'm only trying. I'm only trying. So I wish you a very good night if it's over there by US night. I appreciate and I thank you for listening to my video. And please have a pleasant night and a pleasant week. Bye bye.